Let's get sweaty.
Hey guys, welcome to a SHENMUE Dojo special unboxing video. Today we have the Figgies ahead of time. Alex over at First for Figures has been very, very kind and sent us a sample of all of the SHENMUE Figgies that are coming out on June 4th. So we're going to unbox them, have a chat about them, what we think about them, and tell you exactly where you can get these items, as well as a little bit of the background of what the Figgies are, how they've come about, and everything else in between. Before we dive in, I have James with me as always. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, thanks, Matt. Yeah, just busy. You can see behind me all the stuff that we're taking, the moving stuff all behind, so that's why it's so cluttered. It's just been such a long process, but we're close, very close.
I hate moving house, it's awful.
It's a joke, innit? Because especially like someone like me that's got like a huge collection of stuff, so it's been like a nightmare cataloguing it all and making sure nothing's missed, and then we've got to sort of package it and bubble wrap it, protect it. Yeah, it's been a bit of a nightmare, but we're there almost, although it doesn't quite look like we're almost there, but that's literally the whole house.
Yeah,
that behind me.
It's nearly there, which is good, and good luck with the move. And because I know I just hate moving house, absolute pain in the neck.
How's things with you, Matt?
Wow.
On the way, right?
I'm recording this, and I suspect we might be in the early stages of labour. My wife's having a nice chill out, having a shower, looking after herself. So if she bursts in mid-recording, I have to leave very quickly.
I say that is the dedication that you're going to get from us guys. Even when wives are sat there going through labour, we're just going to get this Figgies sorted first, right?
I will caveat this with she's happy for me to be doing this.
Okay, fair enough.
I wouldn't, if she said to me, under no circumstances can you do this, I'd be like, yeah, fine. I'm not going to argue. No, she's been fine with it, so we can do this unboxing, but then I suspect I'll be going into hiding for the next month or so. But we're going right to the wire. Right, so let's go into what these Figgies are. So Figgies, James, do you want to give us a little bit of an explanation of what they are and how they've come about?
Yeah, so this sort of came to us on, I think it was March the 2nd. So Alex was doing a live stream. He does quite a lot of live streams for First for Figures. Familiar face, if you do follow First for Figures, obviously you can see quite a few little boxes of First for Figures behind me, statues. They typically do. They covered a wide range of various IPs. Sega ones were amazing. Obviously, we got the Rio one that you can see just behind Matt's head there. Landy. We had some other Sega ones like Nights Into Dreams, Akira from Virtua Fighter, Vice from Skies of Arcadia. So they've done a wealth of figures, and they're still pumping out figures today. And this is sort of like a sister side project that Alex is getting to grips with, essentially. He's going to see how, sort of test the waters, but because of what these are, the cheapness involved with this for them to produce and test the waters with, allows them to be able to just create loads of IPs and take a lot of risks, essentially. And I guess, I don't know if Shenmue's a risk these days when you're covering like merchandise, I'm not sure, but essentially we've got 4 brand new Shenmue items to unbox here. So essentially what you're going to be seeing is a sort of a mini figure, but it's going to be like a flat magnet. So it's going to be pixel art, really cool pixel art from what we've seen. And essentially it comes with a backing plate that you can attach the magnet to. You can also attach the magnet to anything that is magnetic. So you could attach it to your fridge if you want to. You could attach it to, say, a metal wall or whatever. And it also comes with sort of a sticky adhesive strip that hopefully is in the box that we can sort of show and demonstrate. And then you could attach them to walls, just wherever you want to, really. So they're going to be a nice art piece / figure for your collection. I think they might also come with a stand. So there's quite a lot of different options for how you want to display these figures. But like I say, really nice pixel art. It allows them to do so many different IPs and characters and stuff like that. So I want everyone out there to support what this is. The opening day has quite a lot of ranges. From what we've been told, there's at least a Sonic range and a Shenmue range that I will be picking up day one. Even though we've got these amount of samples we're going to be buying, I want to buy 100%. Like two or three of each character, just because there's also an added incentive as well involved. But from what Alex was saying, it will allow them to get some actual proof, some data, and then take that away, maybe come back with some more characters for Shenmue, maybe even get a full-blown First Figure statue. So it's really exciting, and yeah, I'm just really looking forward to seeing what the actual product looks like with you, Matt.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we've seen them in the wild. The Las Vegas licensing expo fairly recently, although Ren wasn't there. So we've had looks at them without really, obviously, seeing them sort of up close. This is the first sort of up close and personal look that we're going to get on these Shenmue items. Some little sort of key dates for people if you're wanting to buy these items and look into it a little bit more. So they go on release to the general public on the 4th of June, ironically Shenmue Day, which is just bloody typical, isn't it? So the Shenmue line goes live on Shenmue Day. As James said, it's part of Wave 1. There is a lot of IP going on Wave 1, Sonic included. I may be wrong, but I thought Street Fighter was going as well. I thought there was Persona or some sort of anime going
Metaphor.
as well.
I've seen Metaphor
as well.
Refantazio, yeah.
So there's quite a number of IP going on Shenmue Day. So if you want to purchase them on, from general public, June the 4th, they are going live. All the links will be in the YouTube description below as soon as we have them. So you can go up for that if you want at that point in time. If you want early access, then you can sign up to Figgy's World, but you have to sign up by the end of tonight because it closes, and then essentially that early access window will shut. Everybody will then, I think, have a link to go in through the early access, and that means any of the IP that people want, you can get through early access. I expect there will be a limited number of those going to early access, with then the rest going out on public sale the next day. I'm sure Alex can confirm that in a post somewhere if he sees this video and wants to confirm those details for us. Please go ahead and do so. These are limited to 1,000 per Shenmue character. So we're getting Ryo, Ren, Landy, and Shenhua. There's going to be 1,000 of each of them. I suspect, and they very much encourage people to be collecting the set as a whole, A, for the shipping costs, and B, because they all link together in terms of the sort of the grouping of the IP that they're with. And you'll see that with the other characters that they're doing as well, like all the Sonic ones will link together, all the Street Fighter ones will link together. So it's very much encouraged that these are bought as a set. I believe they're going to retail for $10, which is about £8 in UK, probably around €9 if you're in Europe. I don't know what the shipping costs on that will be, but we'll have to factor that in as well. But obviously, if you buy more of them together, it brings that shipping cost down as well, which then makes it probably a bit more palatable in that sense of the word. But they're not particularly expensive items, as James has said, in terms of to the consumer, which does mean that they can take the risk with IP like Shenmue, where they're probably like, we can make some money, we're not sure how much money, but let's just see what happens to these. If these sell out rapidly, and I'm pretty sure they're going to, then they'll give us more. They'll do a wave 2 of these. They might do new Shenmue characters, and ultimately first figure stuff that James has talked about, which is exactly what we really want. I'd love a proper Shenhua statue, a Ren statue from First Figures. I think they would be fantastic. Obviously, we've had Ryo and the Landy variants from a few years ago. So what we're going to do, diving in, we're going to unbox these one at a time. So it might be that if I unbox one, say get a Ryo, James might unbox one, randomly get a Ryo as well. We don't know what's in these. The only thing we have done is taken them out of the shipping packaging. We do not know what's in these boxes. We haven't looked at all. So we'll have a look at all of them, the boxes, talk about our initial thoughts around these ones as well, and then give some sort of final thoughts and a recap at the end of the video. So, James, do you want to do the honours and take the first one?
Go for it then, yeah, we'll do. So, as you can see, they're in these nice Figgy's boxes. I don't know if this is just for the samples or they're going to ship like this, where you can't really see what's inside. I'm not sure, but nice sort of glossy finish to the box. I'm going to open it this way, actually, so you guys can see what character we get first. We did actually... I thought it was Ryo for a second there. It's Landy.
Oh, you got Landy there.
Ooh. Right, let's take him out and have a look. So they did say, Matt, Alex said that they're roughly the size of a Coke can, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, we were saying that the box actually doesn't... it's bigger than the Coke can, but
yeah,
maybe there's a little bit more to this section, perhaps. Initial impressions, the packaging is amazing, actually. It's really nice, really nicely designed. Obviously, you've got the display box there that you can actually see the figure that you've purchased. But I'm just noticing. So the box actually is all themed and branded, so you can see that Landy's on the side there. You've got all the characters in the set
very nice.
there on the side. You can see. So yeah, it's not just like default packaging and they've put the character in there, and it's like the same box for everything. The boxes themselves are actually unique to the character, which is really cool. So it says Landy, a ruthless and enigmatic crime lord responsible for the death of Rio's father. So there's a little bit of information on the character on the rear. It does say that Shenmue Series 1, the characters are 45, 46, 47 and 48. So that tells you that they're releasing quite a lot on day one, I would have thought, if we're in like the 48s. So they are sellotaped, Matt, so if you just bear with me 2 seconds, I will go for the top here, and we'll pop open the top, take one out the box. So to me, despite these being essentially samples, these look like the final product to me, in a sense. I don't know what you think there, Matt. It does look very good. So let's see. So the actual magnet is magnetized through the packaging. So I'll just show off this Landy first. You can see his hair. It's really, really nice, isn't it? So they're very almost like rubber.
Oh yeah.
A rubbery sort of, very like firm rubber. You can see the QR code there. I'm not sure actually if I was meant to show that. I don't know. How does that work, Matt? If I scan that, because there's an app component, right?
Yes, so that's the idea with that, is when you scan them off the QR code off the box or whatever, or the figgy themselves, you can register them on the FiGGYZ app, and it then like fills in your collection, which then gives you extra like figgy points, which I think you can spend on further models if you wanted to go ahead and do that as well. So there's, I guess, an incentive to go and do that on your phone. Obviously at this point in time the app probably isn't live yet, but we understand that's going to be live on the release day itself on June the 4th.
Right, so there's the metal plate, and it's got quite a good amount of weight to it, actually, as you'll see in a moment, Matt. So the front side, as you can see, is, which is a really cool,
Shenmue 3 room.
Shenmue 3 room. So let's see how magnetized he is. So he's not actually like super strong, which is nice in a way, because you can just sort of grab him and attach him to any sort of surface, but there's enough strength in there that it sort of holds in place, as you can see.
Yeah.
Which is nice. On this side, we've got the dragon mirror.
Oh, very nice.
And I don't know if that's snow or stars. Looks like a snow effect, almost like from that cutscene map. You know,
yes,
the dream sequence.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Almost like a screenshot from that. But yeah, I love it. And like Alex was saying, because of how they've designed how the magnets sit there, there's almost like a drop shadow effect to it. So it gives it sort of a nice 3D look there. Also in the box, we've got a FiGGYZ envelope, which provides some, I guess, some additional information. I think actually, I remember seeing someone unbox some Sonic ones recently. Yeah, there's like a scratch card element to it. And I think that's how you earn points, is it? So it says, right. So you need to download the app, which we can test this out. I'll test it while you're showing off the next one, Matt, with a QR code. See if we can actually download the app. But it says earn points and redeem rewards. So we need to scratch that, enter that, and then you get discounts and limited items. And then you also add your character to your deck. So there's sort of like a Pokédex type of thing going on, how you can add characters to essentially a checklist system if you want to collect a few different sets. Obviously, the Shenmue one, if you're going to collect all 4, you can add all 4, and then that's like almost like an achievement, you know, with a video game sort of thing that you've completed your set. The final items in the box are a little black stand.
I love that.
FiGGYZ encrusted. Let's just have a go. Actually, I think it'll clip into that sort of area there.
That's it. Yeah.
There you go. Just there.
Look at
so you can display that on your desk, or on a shelf or shelving unit. And then you also have this magnetic 3 meter or 3 millimeter, I guess.
Yeah, it's like branded, isn't it? So
branded. I'm gonna have a go with this actually.
You're gonna stick it to something.
You peel that off. I'm wrecking the joint here. Just stick it. You see?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
It would help if I didn't do it wonky, but that'll do. Just for demonstrations. demonstration purposes. Oh, actually, do I do the backing? I do the backing, don't I?
Yeah.
Like that.
And he sits there. Look at that. He ain't going nowhere.
That's quality, isn't it, though?
I like that.
So obviously, if you've got the set of 4, you know, like your Rio, Shenmue, Landy, and Ren. Obviously, this is just the side of the cupboard, but you could display them across like the whole wall. If you've got loads of them, it might look like a really nice, interesting sort of art piece. I reckon people that walk in your room will be saying like, "Oh, you know, it'll stand out, won't it?" These type of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like neat, because it's very unusual, quite a unique item, I would say. So yeah, I'm really impressed actually, Matt. And I think you will be too when you open the next one.
I love that. I love that pixel art look. I've always said that when we first saw these, and Alex sort of teased them a while ago. I like that sort of 8-bit look. I don't know. There's something about it that just
cool as well, isn't it?
It appeals, doesn't it? And you can change the
mirror
side
backing.
there. I love that. And seeing the love for the Landy room in Shenmue 3. We don't see much Shenmue 3 stuff these days in terms of merch.
So
having that's quite cool.
That is nice. And in the actual final products, Matt, I mean, you can talk a little bit about this, but there's also a chase backing chance of getting. So when you actually order these day one, I think we were just running through the numbers. There's like 10% chance overall to get an extra backing.
Chaser, yeah.
But it's going to be either bronze, silver, or gold. And it's like a drop rate element.
1% of them will be gold. So there's 1,000 of these. So there's going to be 10 per character.
10 in the world.
Which is insane. You're then going to have, I think it's 3% will be silver, so 30 per character, and then 6% bronze, so 60 per character. So you've got the odds that they're not in anybody's favour. So if you wanted to collect gold, silver, bronze of everything,
which I will, it's going to be a nightmare. I will say if anyone gets an extra backing thing like that, like a gold, silver, and bronze, and you actually don't care, send them our way. Because we will let them up.
I'm going to dive into my one here. So, James, as you said, the box they come in, it's very nice, very glossy, quite high quality box. Again, I'm really impressed actually. And if this is what they ship them in properly, I think people will be happy. So let's try and open this out without things falling apart.
No way.
Landy as well. Look, that's bloody typical. Look at that, Landy as well. It's worth noting on the front of the box here. You can see a little sticker towards my index finger that says artist proof. So that, I'm guessing, won't be on there.
I didn't even notice that, you know. So these are these are pre-sample, like Alex said. It does say first edition, but obviously that they've designed these and created these as sort of a tester. I guess not only for, you know, influence type people, but also for like that Las Vegas con, so they can show them off, and people get a real good idea in the sense of what these actually are, to then potentially get some future lines and future companies on board.
So as you said, James, obviously the box itself is themed, so you've got Landy there. Then you've got the back there, it explains all the characters and everything about them. And then on the front here, you've got the QR code for the introduction video, and also tells you what's contained in the box itself. So let me pick out Landy out of this box. And
I did just try the QR code as well, Matt, and it does say mobile app in development.
And
you can actually see the date there, so it's launching in 9 days' time. 9 days, 12 hours.
So that's at the time of us recording this video. So it would have gone a little bit by then. So just make sure you check that before.
Yeah, actually, I shouldn't have shown that. It was like 6 days now.
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here's Landy. For me, again, like you say, James, like good quality, really nice quality. Sturdy sort of rubber feel to it. The magnets are on the back. I really think the detailing on Landy's fun. I think he's brilliant. I really like him. And then let's get the backing card out of here. Say it's all packed in very sort of tightly, so like it shouldn't sort of get damaged anything.
I think they've made them really, really well. Like it's almost like a phone case. You know, when you buy a phone case from the shop, that kind of thing, that kind of packaging.
They are properly like packaged in there. So then backing card here, which I will take out of the plastic here. Like you say, it's really weighty, this backing card.
It is,
really,
isn't it? Surprisingly, yeah.
really, really weighty. High res images on there, and then obviously plonk him on, and there is Landy.
They're not messing about, are they? They're, you know, they're really well designed,
Right,
good quality for the price point as well. I think they've created a really good product, and I'm not just saying that because I have to or anything like that. Because we're not. We're doing this out of our own love for Shenmue, and we just want these to be successful. But I will say I'm really pleased with the overall packaging and quality of everything.
I think these are brilliant. I think,
especially if this is a sample.
Yeah. So, like, because this is a sample, there might be slight improvements to the final product for all we know. But I think if this was the final product, and I'm pretty sure it is, I'm very happy. I'm a happy man seeing this.
I'm over the moon with this. Yeah, that's fantastic. Right, Matt, let's dig into a new one.
Yeah, go on.
So I'm going to open up the next one, and I've pulled a Ren.
Oh, the one that hasn't been seen yet.
Is that so? Is that the one that hasn't actually been photographed anywhere?
No, nobody has seen Ren, so I'm very intrigued to see what he comes out as.
So again, I'll just quickly show the box. You can see it's Ren themed. Also, there's a little Ren there, and again, it's an artist proof, so it may not represent the final product. I just noticed actually this side, you can see, is that Kowloon?
How's that? Dragon Street, yeah,
Dragon
Kowloon.
Street. And then this side, they've got the heavens logo.
The heavens. There we go.
So I wonder if that's teasing what the backing will be. Like you say, we've not actually seen this one, so we know that Rio's got the U Arcade behind him.
So what's he
we know
got?
That Shenmue. What was Shenmue?
Shenmue Tree, but I don't know what the other side is yet.
So this is the Ren. So like I say, it comes in like a little plastic thing that you can pop out. And there's the Ren. He's so cool, man. Look at
I
that.
like that. Look at it.
Pixel art is fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
I'm really impressed, actually. And the quality, again, it feels like I've had some Sonic rubber magnets, I think, in the past. Very similar to this material. I don't know. It is rubber, right? It's
a rubber. Yeah. It's a rubbery sort of texture to it.
But it's like firm, like nice. Here's the backing mat, which looks really nice how they've designed that. Again, it's kind of like a screenshot from the game of Dragon Street.
They've taken a shot in game of it, probably from the HD. That looks cool. That looks really cool.
The map thing there.
Yeah, that's
and then
cool.
On this side, you've got the Heavens logo.
I like that. That's really cool.
Which is nice. Let's try and plonk him on there.
Oh yeah, he looks cool with that, with the Kowloon background, doesn't he?
And then, like I say, you can plonk him this side. His Heavens logo. Depends what kind of style you want to go for. Let's go with Dragon Street.
Yeah, I think Dragon Street is the preferred for me.
It's that easy, guys. Once you've got these adhesive strips on there, you can, move things around however you please, really.
Yeah, they're really good. I can't say anything fair. I think, as you say, putting them on the wall would be quite a unique way to show them off.
Wouldn't it? Yeah.
Right.
Very good, Matt. Let's see what you get.
Let me dive into the next one. So, I have Shenhua. So let's have a look at who we've got here. I have to make some room on my desk, actually. So, there's the front, Shenhua again. You can see it's an artist sample. So on the side there, you've got the Shenmue tree. And then you can see all the characters again. On the back, again, very similar to the other boxes, just detailing the characters and the line it is. On the other side, you've got what looks like the Shenmue splash screen and a Shenhua there as well. So I'm guessing that's what the second back, the other side of the back card will look like. But let me try and open her up and see what we've got in here. Again, see me fight with some packaging, which in true Shenmue Dojo unboxings is a tradition.
What does it actually say for Shenhua? I should have read the REM one.
So it says for Shenhua, it says a kind-hearted woman with mysterious connection to Rio's quest linked to an ancient prophecy.
Ooh. For Ren, it says a cunning and ambitious martial artist with a hidden agenda who often intersects with Rio's journey.
Martial artist? Hello.
Apparently so.
That's
Ambitious
interesting.
one.
That's interesting. I wonder if that will be the same when it comes out. Right, so let's get Shenhua out of her box first and foremost. I do like the fact these are packed in nice and properly. So here she is in all her glory.
She's
Go
cool.
a bit closer to the camera, so that should come and zoom in on her now.
A bit of a chubby cheek.
Yeah, again, that nice rubber material. I think the quality, again, I love the pixel art quality here. It captures the aesthetics really well. It's a Shenmue 1 and 2 dress, which I think a lot of people will be very happy about.
True.
But again, I think great quality. I love the feel and I love the look of her. Let's get the backing card out so we can see that. That one come out a bit easier than the Landy one. So then again, backing card, nice and weighty as per. So that's the front with the Shenmue tree. So you can see that there. And then on the back here, hopefully it's not too bright with my screen glare, you can see the Shenmue splash screen with Shenhua as well. So let's pop her in under the Shenmue tree, which is the asset from Shenmue 1 and 2, actually, not Shenmue 3 there. Let's pop her on.
Love it.
Love it. I think she looks really cool. And then just for continuity's sake, you pop her on the other side with the Shenmue logo just there as well. I think I'd probably put her under the Shenmue tree just because.
Yeah, same.
I don't know. There's something about that that just sort of screams for me that she needs to be under the Shenmue tree.
But when you look at them all together, and they're all with like the sort of specific locations that they're found in, they're going to look really cool.
Yeah,
like, just looking at Landy and Ren together with the they've been designed by a fan in a sense, haven't they? Someone that knows something about the game and the character, and like you say, having the Shenmue 3 Landy background.
And you put those two together.
Sense.
Look, I don't know. It flows really nicely, doesn't it? So you can imagine when all four are together, it's just going to look really cool, isn't it? It's going to look really, really nice. So there we go.
Let's see what my next one is. Ooh, I have got the final one, Matt. The Rio.
Ah, you've got the Rio.
So again, we'll show the side. So there's Game U Arcade.
Yeah.
It's quite nice. It sort of shows you what the different backings are there, and that makes sense.
The Phoenix mirror, yeah.
Yeah, Phoenix mirror. So if you are supposed to put them in a certain order, obviously they are numbered. So this Rio was 45. I assume Shenhua was 46 then.
Yeah, Landy 47. So
and Ren was 48. Yep. So that is the order. And they're supposed to have been designed in a way that you've got the heroes on the left and technically the sort of the villains on the right. Obviously, Ren isn't really a villain as such, but he has got a bit of a
interesting streak.
Yeah, to his character. Pop Rio out here. So again, that's how they come in the packaging, and you can pull that section out, pop Rio off the plastic back. Let's have a nice close up of Rio. He looks really cool.
He looks, and his plaster on his cheek actually looks really good.
Again, so nicely designed.
Such a minor detail, but if you get that wrong, you ruin the look. And his eyebrows, I think, make his sort of that really sort of stoic Rio serious look. I think that captures him brilliantly.
I think it does as well. And obviously these are a chibi pixel art, so it's not really always easy to get the look and feel of a character through two different types of means, because obviously he's originated from a 3D character render, and now we've got not even 3D as such, it's a 2D and it's pixel art, and yet it still captures everything that makes the essence of Rio, the essence of Landy, which I think is no small mean feat, to be fair. I think they've done a really good job capturing the characters. Like, there's no question when you look at them, that is Rio.
Yeah,
especially there on it
with the arcade. Background. Yeah, you can't argue with that, can you?
And I do love that sort of drop shadow effect. I'm a sucker for that when we're designing thumbnails, Matt, on Photoshop. Yeah. Always have to have something with a bit of drop shadow. And then I'll plonk him on the other side. So obviously you've got the Phoenix mirror there. So technically, side by side, if I put Landy on the Dragon mirror side, if, for example, you weren't fussed about getting a full set, but your prerogative was to get like a Rio and a Landee, that looks really nice, you know.
Yeah.
You've got both the mirrors designs there. Probably, actually, I should have them facing. I think that's how.
That's how they're designed, isn't it?
That's how they've been designed. Yeah.
Good guys are on the left, bad guys are on the right.
So it's almost like a versus, isn't it? Like a Rio versus Landee fight. Very cool.
Yeah,
very cool.
That's really, really cool. Right, let's dive into the next one then. So, number 3 for me is Ren.
Is Ren. Nice.
So let's just pop this.
And like Matt said at the start, there's no chase cards in these. These are, like I say, they're just samples. So we can't show what the additional backing would look like.
No.
But I would assume they would be the same weight and thickness
of
the regular metal plates.
Actually, no, I could be wrong. Didn't Alex say they would ship with both the original and the chase one in, so that you're not limited to having one or the other? You can have both.
That's correct.
The box will be heavier.
Yeah. So he said that was a good giveaway that you've got a chase, but obviously you don't know until it arrives anyway, do you? So
no.
If they were in a shop, perhaps.
But I guess if you're sat there, like, and you've ordered, say, like 2 lots of them, just because you think, I'll give it a go or whatever, and you start weighing them out, you'll see, say they weigh like 200 grams each, just for argument's sake, 200 grams, whatever. You see one weighs like 250, you'd be like, I've got a chase.
We might have to cut this segment out, Matt, because this is how resellers do stuff in it.
Yeah.
They're going to weigh it and then sell the... Well, I don't know. Would they sell the one with the extra card? I guess they would, wouldn't
Well, some people might, but you can't stop it, can you? Unfortunately.
No.
But hopefully people are nice about it. I'll just leave it there. So I've got Ren. I got Ren anyway. So front of the box, as with the other ones, it's again got the artist sample on it, and then you've got the theme background there with all the characters. The back explaining everything as per. And actually, you can see just at the top there the Shenmue logo, which is on every one of the boxes. So let me open him up. Let's have a quick look from my point of view. I'm now getting the hang of opening these as well, which is always good.
And they are official Sega products as well at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, the Sega license logo on there. Shenmue, and seeing Shenmue with Sega on it. Don't happen every day, does it? Not that I'm having a dig or anything.
Although we are expecting some more merchandise quite soon, aren't we, with limited run stuff? So
yeah, at some point. So then, Ren, I think he's brilliant. Again, I think they've captured that look quite nicely. And what I like about this one is actually the shadowing on his bandana. I feel it makes it pop out a little bit for me.
Yeah, right.
So it
done a really good job, haven't they?
It doesn't look flat. I know it's a flat image, but it doesn't feel flat when you look at it. It looks like a proper, like almost sort of 3D type image. But again, I think it's those little things that just make it.
It's got like the creasing, how they designed it, so it looks like it's creased. And like you say, the shadow on the sort of the hanging down bits of the bandana, really nice. And he's also, you can see he's got his little chain on as well. You've captured that.
That's good. So then backing card, again, as James is showing, you've got Kowloon, Dragon Street, and then you've got the Heavens there. And I'm going to pop him on. It's got to be Dragon Street for me. I don't know. There's something about Ren and Kowloon, which I quite like. But then, obviously, if you wanted to, you can turn him around. But for me, he's got to sit and live on Dragon Street. That's just...
I'm quite impressed how they've got just the right amount of magnetization, haven't they?
Yeah, actually, you're right. Like they're easy. Like they don't take a lot of effort to pull away, but you sit them there and they just sit, don't they? Yeah. So they're obviously strong enough to sort of take the weight quite nicely, which I'm sure they would have thoroughly tested. But actually, to see that sort of in motion as we're sort of unboxing these,
like so much so you could just move it around rather simply. It is like the peak the peak magnetization, because anything stronger and it might be like quite,
it might fall
apart.
What I mean?
But like, look at that, I'm like up and down and it's not moving. So
that's what you want.
Very well tested, unless that just happened first time. I don't know. That's one of those things, like 1 in a million chance maybe to get that spot on like that. But yeah, so next one is my Shenmue. Obviously, you're going to have Who you left? Rio?
I will have Rio left.
You'll have to have Rio, of course. Unless there's a bonus character. No.
Goro.
Goro, imagine. Just for you, Matt.
Just for
That'd
me,
be funny,
Goro.
wouldn't it? So I won't show the box off because Matt's just shown that. But just give my quick thoughts on Shenmue. Out there. Again, I just love her. She, like, you know, nothing more really to say about it from what you said, Matt. But
yeah,
she
looks
looks
really,
fantastic.
really good. Again,
you could even, you know, you don't have to have them on a backing. I don't know if that'll work. No. Okay, so it does need to be on a metal backing of sorts.
That's good to know.
It's knife metal. So yeah, you could just stick them to your fridge like that. So that I'm not quite sure why it won't stick to that magnetic strip, but the card does.
Yeah, so
that's something that I don't understand with magnets. But this, oh, I guess that isn't a. Is that a magnet? What would that be then? It must be a magnet. Maybe because magnet to magnet. I don't know. Maybe I'm just having a little bit of a moment. I can't quite work out why. But yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
love it.
She looks really cool.
She really pops, actually, doesn't she? With the
yeah, she does with the tree behind her.
The tree behind her.
Absolutely.
Just for, I do see what you mean, like sort of the press start screen, but there are some rose petals, cherry blossom petals
dropping down.
Dropping down. Really nice. Love it.
And then just to confirm that I have the full set, I have Rio in my hand here.
Not Goro.
So, not Goro, not yet. Maybe that's wave 2.
Who would you want in a wave 2, Matt?
Oh, Zhuing would have to be one, I think.
Niaosun maybe now?
Niaosun would have to be another
amazing.
one, because I think you've got 2. Who else is sort of significant for Rio?
Sort of main character. Is there any other villain? You'd probably have to get a Chai, wouldn't you?
Chai, I think, would be a way to go. That would be the 3rd. And then
maybe you'd need 2 villains, so you'd possibly have to get Donu.
Yeah, so you could do, I mean, if they're going to go 2 for 2, so you could do, for example, Dolnio, Chai, Zhuing, and then you'll need somebody else who's good.
Oh, Niaosun is a bad guy, actually, isn't she? So, yeah, maybe Joy?
Yeah, Joy. Yeah, Joy would be a good one, actually. That would
nice
work
combo with Ren.
Yeah.
Or Nozomi. Nozomi, nice combo with Rio.
Nozomi as well. There's a lot they could do, actually, with Shenmue. I think that could work quite nicely. Let me get Rio.
Well, you think, like, the Sega Heroes, that had Tom, didn't it, as one of the characters in that? So, Tom's a good shout.
And there's Rio. Again, absolutely spot-on detailing. His plaster's there. The detailing on the jacket as well. You obviously can see the little patches on his arm and the chest of the jacket. His shoes have got the detailing there with the laces. I think he's absolutely just brilliant. And then I will just get him on the backing card. Continuity to finish things off. So there we go. So here he is at the arcade.
Lovely stuff.
Then with the Phoenix mirror, and I will show Landy off as well on the other side.
It is a good combination like that.
You can't not, can you?
No. And it's the same with Ren and Shenmue, because, like, obviously they've depicted Ren as technically like a villain in this line, or it's like I think he did actually say not technically villains, they're like anti-heroes, aren't they?
Yeah.
The hero and the anti-hero.
And then there you go.
You've done what I did, Matt. Like it's kind of the wrong way round as such, but
so it needs to be like that. Hang on.
I don't know if it's looking at a mirror image.
Yeah, but there we are. That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
so you can see them properly.
How are you planning on displaying these then, Matt? Are you going for the stand? Are you going for the sticker, or just keep them in the box?
I'm going to, because I'm going to buy some sets anyway. I think these ones I'm going to put on. I'll keep the boxes anyway. I keep all the boxes for all this sort of stuff.
Same.
But I think what I'm going to do is put these on the stands that they've come with and put them on my shelves behind me. Is nice. The intention.
Yeah,
I think they can have a nice home, sort of dotted around, all kept together. My wife likes doing that, so she already told me she's taking care of that. I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to let you get on with it, and then I will buy probably another 2 or 3 sets because I want to try and see if I can get any of the chasers and see what's what there. And then I will probably keep a box, like store some out in their boxes, so like that, but with them in it. and then some other ones. I don't know yet. Well, I might put them on in the fridge or something. I haven't quite decided. What about yourself?
You could have a
when
line.
you've moved.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I agree. You could have like a line of them just sat on your fridge. Might be quite cool. I don't know actually. Because I'm not one for sticking stuff directly to walls. So like with posters and stuff like that, I obviously always get them framed and then they're hung. Whereas like this, I don't know how easy is it to get rid of this thing now. I've stuck it on. That might be a good shout.
It should be like a sticky adhesive, so it might take a little bit of effort.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it may rip off some of your
paint or whatever.
Paint or something potentially. So that could be something to bear in mind. I don't know if that has actually peeled anything of my shelf off, or that is just the sticky residue that's sort of like pulling away from the thing. But you can, just seeing it, you can peel it off and rehome it, I guess, if you want to. But I think I probably will go with the stands myself, Matt, to be fair. Find some sort of shelf space, or on top of a unit like this. Like, this is my PC desk, and there's like a shelf above here that's nice and handy. It's going to be a different scenario, obviously, when I do move, but for now, I probably will put them here for the next week until I'm gone.
Until you move again. Yeah, until you move. Brilliant. So that completes the unboxing of the 4 Shenmue lines. Obviously, Ryo, Shenhua, Ren, and Landy. I think they perfectly capture the Shenmue character, or characters rather. The detailing on them, the little detailing on them, I think brings them to life. Like the shadow on Ren's bandana, the look of Landy and that sort of evil look and the scar on his face. Ryo with his plaster, and sort of Shenhua sort of robes and how that comes together on the background, I think are absolutely fantastic. As I think you said this earlier, James, they've clearly been designed by somebody who understands the characters and understands Shenmue, which I think is a really big selling point for anyone in the community. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Get them, because they may only do one wave of these as well. Even if they sell really quickly, they may only do one wave of these and are limited to 1,000. So that's not very many. And I anticipate these are going to fly out the door because of the price point and the quality that they are showing for that price point. It's $40 all in, 35 quid all in for these. Obviously, you got to add the shipping on top of it. But I think for the money, value for money in every sense of the word there, James. What do you think?
I completely agree, Matt. And you've got the additional incentives of, getting a rare chase backing thing, which is going to be quite exciting. If anyone's ever done like blind box mystery sort of items, there's like an exciting element to it. Also, you've got the scratch card reward thing, so potentially you could get money off in the future. So if it is something that you want to get into, you start collecting these, you start collecting maybe if a second wave of Shenmue figures, by the time that's released, maybe you could have, some money off them or free shipping. I don't know how it works with what you can actually do for the rewards. Maybe they even have like exclusive figures that you can only purchase with rewards. I don't know. It's something to definitely look into. And I do like the app aspect to it as well, because there's like a takeaway thing there. You can, be sat on a train or a bus looking through your entire collection and sort of thinking about what figures you might want to collect in the future from a line of stuff. So if you're like us, that were also big Sega fans or video gaming fans in general, there might be other products and IPs that just sort of take your fancy. Obviously, Shenmue is what I assume everyone watching this video is going to want and purchase, and all 4 figures are fantastic. I would not say like, oh, definitely get the Ryo and the Landy ones. I'd say definitely get the full set, guys. If you're on the fence, you're considering, or if you've only got enough money to buy one. I mean, Ryo probably will end up being the most popular one out of them. So Ryo, I would say, is probably more likely to sell out. That's just based on facts of it being the main character, and do you know what I mean? It's not. Obviously, I would like them all to sell out, because then that just sort of gives them an incentive then to produce more down the line, or consider they're like, oh Christ, the Ren one actually sold really fast. Maybe we can make a Ren statue, which would be absolutely awesome, or a Shenhua statue.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, isn't it? When you think, when we just mentioned there, is if these sell out and sell well and sell quickly, that's then everything they need to go. Let's do a wave 2, and then you might get your Zhuing, your Joy, then your Dol, Neo, and Chai, for example, as the next 4. You could even then start going into wave 3 if things were really, really good. Then you're looking at like Niaus and your Tom, And then you could even go like
Yogoro.
Grandmaster Fang or Yogoro or somebody like that. You know,
Yeah.
There's plenty of characters they can do for Shenmue. But if they sold, say, 3 waves of these and they all sold out rapidly, then Alex can go and look at the data and go, we've done 3 waves of Shenmue. They all sold out within a couple of hours, say. Right, let's do a statue. Let's do a first figure Shenmue statue, limited to, say, 1,000, which they quite often are limited anyway, their statues. And let's see what happens with them. And I suspect they would sell out. And then all of a sudden, if they sold out quick, you're going to get more high-end Shenmue stuff. It all adds to this bigger picture of the viability of the IP. So something as small as this may seem insignificant, but actually when you look at it at the wider picture that we're going for, these selling rapidly is going to have a massive impact on us getting more merchandise, but also the types of merchandise. And also Sega will look at it and go, oh, hang on a minute. Shenmue merchandise is selling. Let's do some more. How else can we make money from Shenmue? I know it's a bit like milking the community, and I get it. But at the same time, it feeds in that ultimate goal of getting more Shenmue games, Shenmue content at the end of the day. So this little drop in the ocean can have a massive ripple effect.
Completely agree, and maybe we're optimistic on like the sales front. Maybe these won't sell out that quick. I don't know, but the proof is in the pudding. Alex has like said that's just like directly from the horse's mouth.
Yeah,
you know, if these sell out, they will make more. If these sell out, we will consider a figure. If you know, there's no 2 ways about it, guys. And when we spoke to the Tubbs representative, Matt,
a couple of years ago,
he said the same thing with the Tubbs duck. He was expecting it to sell like hotcakes, and actually kind of didn't. So maybe if we'd have had that information beforehand, we could have then spread that word like we are now to sort of say like, look, guys, if you're on the fence, obviously don't spend money if you haven't got money. But you know, if you want more Shenmue merchandise in the future and you really like these, I would definitely say make sure you grab them while you can, because if they do sell out, you don't want to regret it. And I think even if they do sell out, I think he has said that they can, then there's an incentive to remake more in the future, like another 1,000.
Yeah,
and then obviously that then adds more chase backing cards into the old.
But also they'll be marked as wave 2s or whatever, or version 2s. So it's all even more imperative if you're wanting to get these. You know, we've got obviously the samples.
First edition, it does say on the box.
So the new ones, if they do another run of these, will say second edition on them. So it's completely, I don't know, something about first editions. But what we're, I think, very, very happy about is the quality of these. The quality of the product is immense. For the money. So if you are going to invest in these, you are absolutely getting your money's worth here. I cannot say that anymore. I think they're brilliant items. All 4 of them are fantastic.
Do you want to hold up 2 each, Matt? So I'll do Rio, Landy.
Yeah.
You go Ren, Shenmue.
Let me do them the right way round this time as well. So hang on.
Just to sort of put a close to this unboxing.
Finish them off. So there we go. Look at that.
They're so cool, aren't they?
They're brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So there you are, guys. That is our Figgyz unboxing. Just as a note, I said at the top of the video, I'm going to say again, thank you to Alex over at First for Figures for sending these out to us ahead of time and allowing us the privilege of being able to unbox these before these release to the community. Hopefully we've done this justice and drive some sales for them, because at the end of the day, it's just a mutual benefit thing. They get their money, we get more Shenmue stuff. It's fantastic. But again, quality product. So thank you, Alex, for letting James and I have the privilege and honor of unboxing these ahead of time. It's much appreciated. I'm now going to go into ending the video with the usual spiel. Don't forget to give us a like, share, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, and all the usual places that you can find us. If you want to be a member and get all the videos ahead of time, it's just £2 a month. You get all the members' videos ahead of time. There's loads of them at the moment because I front-loaded everything because my wife is probably in labour right now, but we'll leave that there. But we'll see with that one. But don't worry if you don't. Everything then comes out on the Saturday scheduling system with all funds going towards the site running costs and the competitions that James and I put together, which may also include a giveaway of some Figgyz if we've got enough kicking around
definitely.
as well, because they are fantastic items. So guys, I'm going to leave things there. Thank you for sticking with us for this unboxing video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Everything you need to purchase these is in the YouTube description below. As I said, June the 4th is the release date to the public. June the 3rd is the early access, but you have to have signed up for that tonight. If you don't, then you have to get them on June the 4th, and it's open to the wild and the public, and I don't know how long they'll be there. But for now, guys, it's a goodbye from me.
It's a goodbye from me.
Thanks, guys. Take it easy, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Cheers, guys.
Ah, look at the time.